Good day, good people. It is Stephanie of Dr. Stephanie Creates. How are you guys this evening or afternoon or morning, whatever time it is that you're watching this video? I hope you are doing well. I wanted to jump on today and discuss my 2025 selections of planners and journals. So as you can see here, I got a couple of things going on, so I do want to take the time to talk about them briefly and just share with you what I have chosen to use for 2025. Okay, and welcome back to the channel. We'll start with this TN first, this standard size TN. This is actually a prayer type of log, journal, notebook, whatever you want to call it. It's not necessarily a gratitude journal per se, because I write daily prayers in this. This came about because this year I actually tried Hobonichi for the first time. I tried the cousin and I tried the weeks. And when I got the weeks, I thought, oh my gosh, that is such a little book. What could I do with it? And I know plenty of you use them and love it. It just was too small for me. But because I spent my money, I went ahead and used it. And each day I simply wrote a prayer down you know what I'm trying to say, in the format where it goes down. So what I decided for this year was that I would continue with that, but in something a little bit bigger. So I chose this Sterling Ink in-one horizontal planner per se, just for that. And the one thing that I think I'm going to enjoy about it is, number one, of course, the size is larger, but I also like the fact that the grid is still visible on the side that I will be entering in my prayers. So it's made kind of like a week's, but you know, just bigger. And on this side, I will be able to make lists and take notes and all of that type of thing. But more importantly, on this side, again, the grid is here so that I can write out my prayers for each day. So hopefully that will work out for me. And if you stay tuned to the channel, I will keep you updated. Now, of course, I probably won't open it and share my prayers, but that's what I will be using this TN for in this size. Okay. Now let's move on to the A6. And now that I pulled this out, I lied. I said I tried the weeks and the cousin, and I also tried an A6 and loved it. So I am going to be continuing with it for 2025. This cover, I've gotten questions about this cover on Instagram. I actually bought this cover off the buy sell trade group on Facebook. But the actual seller is someone on Etsy, and I can look that up for you if any of you are interested in that. But that's where I got this cover from. But inside, I simply have the A6 Techo from Hobonichi. And all I've done so far is simply put this sticker on and stick it in this cover, and of course, protect it with the clear cover. I've began to set it up again for 2025, but basically, this is just my go with it, have fun type of planner situation. It's small enough, I will throw it in my bag. And with this, I just plan to have fun, just like I did this year. I will decorate it on some days. Some days I may not have time. But I use this, and I have this in my bag for whatever. If something's going on, if I need to jot down anything, or at the end of the night, if I want to journal a small entry, I use this for whatever, and I want to remain happy in it, and I want it to be fun, and I don't want it to be anything stressful. So that's why I just call this my fun situation, so to speak. Also, if you guys aren't aware, that this A6 Techo simply has months and dailies in it. But in looking at the months, let me go ahead and put this out here now so that when I go through the rest of my journals and planners, you'll understand. I am a person that actually believes in monthlies and that your week starts on a Sunday. Now, for example, if this had weeklies in it and the weekly started on Monday, I would be okay with that because I work Monday through Friday. So that doesn't bother me if the week starts on Monday. But when I'm looking at a monthly and I'm writing out plans and I'm looking at a calendar, the weeks start on Sunday. So in all of my planners and journals, I have converted all of the monthlies in them to start on Sunday. And I've renumbered them with conversion kits. So I just wanted to share that with you as well. So again, this is the A6. Okay, this is a B6. And I'm sorry if I'm huffing. I'm not sure why I'm huffing, and I don't mean to. But this is my B6 or Estelle. I will be using this year, or in 2025 per se, for my actual journal. I was never an actual journaler until this year. I hung out with a couple of people and learned to journal and learned that I actually love it. So I decided to dedicate a notebook for 2025. Again, this is an Estelle, if I didn't say that, in the size B6. This is new to her shop. This is actually called the 625. Like, the name of this book is called the 365 for days of the year. And I've started to set this up. I've placed a couple of stickers. And this is just like her traditional planners, in that she provides the overview. You have your tracking section, or whatever section you're going to use this section for. But in this book, it did come with this layout of 2 gridded situations that say 225. I'm not sure what I'm going to use this section for, but if you guys have any suggestions, please let me know in the comments. But again, this planner just goes through your months. And again, I have converted them to start on Sunday. And then after you go through the months, and it only gives you the 12, it doesn't go over into 2026. So once you get to your last month, December, then it is another blank layout, and then you go straight into what you could consider to be your dailies. As you see, they're undated, but they are numbered, and there is a page for every day if that's what you need. So I'm happy about that. I'm happy that it's undated. I don't have a problem putting the date in when I use it, because this may not be an everyday thing when I come in to write. Another thing I wanted to point out, though, was the grid in this particular planner. The grid is 5 millimeters, and that was another reason why I chose this specifically for journaling. I'm a lefty. I do write a little bit larger than most grid sizes. I mean, I make them work, because you'll see in a minute I have a Sterling ink planner in this stack. But for me being comfortable, I prefer a bigger grid. So I was excited to see that this grid is bigger and excited to try it out. So again, just stay tuned, and I will show you what I do with this B6 and my journaling for 2025. Okay, I'll scoot that over. Next, this is an A5, and this is the Sterling Ink Common Planner. This is a this is a vertical layout, and I'll spare you all the details because, again, I know you've seen many videos on these planners that I am mentioning. Again, that's the month that I have converted to start with Sunday. It's a vertical layout. This is a full year, so I have plenty of extra pages in the back. I still am not sure exactly what I'm going to do with extra pages. So again, if you have some suggestions, let me know. I know I will probably put some lists in here, some collections of things in here. I may even do some ink samples and swatches, and maybe have some pen inventory about the pens and things that I use in 2025. I'm still just open to what I'm going to use all these free pages for. But I really wanted to try this planner, so that's why I purchased it. And the reason why I stressed the word try the way I did is because I also have another A5. Now, with these two A5s, I was giving myself permission. Golly, I can't talk. I was giving myself permission to try both of these out, because this one is the actual take a note in the A5. I fell in love with the Taking Note Planner simply because of the layout. It was simple. Still had some of the basic planner pieces to it. Now in this planner, I have not converted all of my months over yet. I have for January, but not the rest of them. So I do need to finish working with that. But after your months, it goes straight into your weekly layouts and what that looks like. Let me just grab a page that has a beginning. And what I liked about the layout is the space, and then how simple it is, and how neutral or muted the color is, the very simple color. Another thing about the Hobonichi was just the red jumping out, and then all the colors and the tabs, and I could talk about that forever, but that's not what we're here for. So I fell in love with this layout. Now over here you do have the weeks, a small section for every day of the week. I'll probably put appointments there or whatever important things are going on specifically on that day in that section. But I'm very excited to just see what I can do with this layout. I love to decorate. I love to use my stickers. So I'm just going to see this as a blank canvas for me to do what I do, and create just something fun and exciting in this planner. Now, mind you, I do actually plan and have plans. But for this, I was just so excited about the layout. To be honest, I'm not sure what I'm going to make of it, but stay tuned for that as well. And then lastly of what I have here, I have my goal setting system, and I do use the Makselife system. I am an affiliate with them. If you are interested in Makselife, use Stephanie as your code to save some coin. Last year I used the entire system complete with a spiral planner that I didn't end up using because, as you see, I have other things, so I didn't need the planning part. So for this year, I simply got what they call the companion notebooks. And with the companion notebook, it still allows you to go in and create your monthly goals and work through your weeks and complete your weekly actions towards those goals. And it comes with 4 separate books, and each book is 3 months long worth of goals. So that's all I needed for this year. So that's all I purchased. This part of the system is just the instructional part, where it walks you through the steps of what you need to do and how you're going to set up your goals and an assessment and things of that nature. So you need this part as well, but it all comes together in a package. And again, Makselife, this is what I'm using for, I don't know why I keep saying for my goal setting and planning for 2025. And lastly, I do have another planner, but I did not bring it and sit it on my stack. But it is a ring planner in personal wide. And I call that my everything and my meat and potatoes, because in that planner is my life. I like to use all of the things I just shared with you. I like to use them for my creative outlet, for fun. It helps me to relax. I have a good time doing all the things and decorating and creating. But in my personal wide rings, that's just where life is. And that usually stays in my work bag. It's not my work planner because I have one of those too, and it's separate. But that's just where everything is. That's my meat and potatoes. That's the planner that if I lose it, I would cry. And I will be showing you that in future videos. But like I said, I just wanted to come on here quickly and just share some of the things that I've picked for 2025 that I plan to use to get me through the year. And I hope that you enjoyed this video. I hope that you're enjoying the channel. I hope that you will subscribe. Again, I am a newbie. I know this is my second actual video. I know I did a brief little introduction where I showed my face. But as a newbie, I'm going to be here. I'm going to practice. I'm going to learn. I have a great team of people showing me this YouTube thing and trying to get me together, as well as 3 bossy nieces that keep telling Auntie what she needs to do. So I hope that you will stay tuned. I hope that you will come back. And I hope to I look to just grow this channel and share with you guys. And I hope that this will be a creative, safe space for everybody. So with that being said, I am going to sign off, and I hope that you guys have a good day. Bye-bye.